Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome all to Spark podcast. As you know, Spark podcast, this initiated for the community. The purpose of Spark podcast, guys, is to introduce our martial arts. We are a community which we are passionate about martial art. We always knew that it's something we really want to do. We have Omani youth talented athletes who are really doing a lot, and people, they don't know the story.
Exactly.
What we all know, people just see the punches, they see the kicks, but they don't know the determination.
Exactly. What's behind this? What's behind the door?
Exactly.
As in, while you're on that platform performing, showing, but what is actually happening behind the door? As in, what happens in there to bring you to that stage and
For sure.
Behind the scenes.
For sure.
Yes, in behind the scene, behind the door.
Yeah.
We don't know what's happening inside of you. So really, with this podcast, what we're trying to do is actually
Expose
your story.
Yes.
Because we all have two sides, right?
Yes.
As in what people see in front of us, as in how you're exposed to, but what's happening within you is
sure.
maybe something
And
else.
people- What happens is people can see you during a fight, or people can see you during training or working out, but there is a lot of story. You know, we believe that as a man, we are obligated to protect, to provide, to serve, to discipline, to support, to help.
Exactly.
To help for a better life, you know, to change at least 1% for life. So here we go. We are introducing Muneer and Saeed. Please tell us more about you. Yeah, Warriors Gym in the house.
Hey.
Bismillah wa salatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. First and foremost, I will introduce myself, Saeed Alharthi, representing Warriors Gym, co-founder, coach, assistant, and manager. And first and foremost, you asked very, very good questions like what happens behind the scene, what's the motive that drives us, that makes us work hard and wake up every day to deliver this amount of professionalism, really, and in Arabic, ada, which is quality. And it's a very, very good question. First and foremost, we have a mission, not like other gyms or other organizations. Our organization, our gym, it's not only a gym. It's not only where you go and box and finish. No, there's a root behind it, and there's a purpose. And the purpose is to first and foremost fix the community. You know, a lot of people are lacking so many things in their life. Some people suffer with mental health. Some people suffer with just a struggle of trying to be a man in today's day and age.
Daily struggles as well.
Yeah, daily struggles. And that's the escape where you learn a lot of things. You learn how to be a man. You learn discipline. You have purpose. And you work hard for that. And nothing comes easy. We teach you that you need to put in the work to get results.
For sure.
And we teach them that. It's not like, okay, you're coming to our session, you're training, you're gone. No, we instill in them like all these morals and qualities, and we want you to actually be a better person and achieve your goals, because you can do it. If you can do it, you can do it.
Wise.
So in the implementation, guys, so okay, say based on what you said, okay, you guys come and train and so on and so forth. What are kind of the, let's say, the methods?
Definitely. If I'm adding on, Stefan, we've seen Warriors, the way how you train. You guys have a concept where you provide military style. You know, you guys do some crazy stuff. You know, we see it on social media, and we salute you for all that efforts, guys.
Thank you.
So just going back with Stefan's, what's special? You know, what's special on Warriors?
What's special about our gym? Well, there's so many things that are special about our gym. First and foremost, we do military drills. As you know, we're Omanis, we're all Omanis, and we learned this profession in the UK, and we were training with different coaches on world level class. And one of the coaches actually used to be in the commandos in the British Army. And he introduced so many workouts there, and that's how the commander's boot camp session got introduced. It was inspired by that coach in the UK. So, and we also use so many things like words of affirmation. Like everybody that goes to Warriors Gym is very familiar with our slogans. If the coach says no pain, you're working out, what do you say?
Yeah, we've seen it.
No pain,
No gain.
No
no
gain.
gain.
Yeah.
And if we
That's
say,
exactly.
who are we? Warriors.
Warriors.
And why do we call ourselves warriors? Because life in itself is a war. Like it's a war to get up every morning and pray Fajr. It's a war to like having to struggle to provide. It's a war. Like I don't want to go to the gym. I don't want to work out. I'm sure the super middleweight champion Muneer doesn't like training, but he has to train. So it's like fighting against yourself to be able to provide that security that you need, to be able to provide that performance that you want.
Wise.
So-
If I may stop you here, you have said something really deep, and fighter's mentality is, you wake up, as you said, to Fajr, or you wake up in the morning to go work out, to have that positive ability to your mind, to fight that negative thought which tells you the opposite to do, like you speak to your mind, your mind is like a different soul, or your mind is like someone else which you have within you. And what happens is you tell yourself, I believe it, or I'm making it, it's happening, no matter what,
Yourself.
I'm gonna do it, and that's the winner mentality, Munir, tell us, since you are one of the biggest names in Oman when it comes to boxing, the most fighter won in boxing. You've been doing jiu-jitsu, you have participated in jiu-jitsu, you guys have won on kickboxing as well. You've been diversing, for doing different kind of martial arts, and you're performing. You're like knockouts, man. You're knockouts, man. Respect to that. So just going back to the question, how do you speak to yourself? How do you have that winning mentality? Not just before stepping in a ring, but on your workouts, on your daily basis, before you sleep, before you wake up. Tell us more, Muneer. Tell us more. What's going on your mindset?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. First of all, my name is Muneer Almushaiky. I'm the super middleweight champ, ranked number 1 in Oman. And as you said, like how I push myself and all that, I have like different type of methods. Like when the fight of the kickboxing fight, I was like, no, don't fight this. You're a boxer, don't fight. I was like, the other side of my head was like, no, do it. A fight is a fight. Kickboxing, whatever. MMA.
No matter what.
Yeah, just fight. You win, you lose, you learn some.
I dig.
This is how I push myself. I remind myself where I've been, where I'm at now, my family, my childhood trauma and all that. It all comes together and like it gives me this push. Like, oh, Camel, I have to do this, man.
Nice.
Motivation.
Yeah. So this is how I get, and then I ask Allah to strengthen me because we're all weak at the end. Allah is the strongest. Allah is the mightiest. I ask Him to strengthen me and give me strength, mental strength, spiritual strength. And then I go to
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
So Muneer, in that case, what does one have to do to reach the level that you have reached?
Oh, that's
And
nice.
you're at the end an Omani fighter, you have been, competed over here. You're in a way representing also your nation.
Yeah,
So what does one have to do to reach the level where you are right now?
that's a good question, man. First of all, he has to like be aware. Like there's gonna be slacking in training and all that. So he has to be disciplined. He has to be composed under pressure. He has to be patient. He has to be like obedient to his coach, his family, whatever. He has to be like, and he has to like have that good intention. But sometimes bad intentions come. But you have to know how to balance it. Like not just drown into darkness.
Yeah, control it as well.
Yeah, then it's gonna be hard for you to like come back to the shore. You're there down with the sharks, man. So yeah, like you have to be aware of this
100%.
stuff every time. Remind yourself,
Yeah.
like there is like bad spirits and all that, shaitan and all that's gonna drag you into, bad things and all that. Just snap out of it and put good intention.
For
and
sure.
like ask Allah for help, and then ask your coach. Don't be arrogant and all that ego, all that that energy like I'm good enough,
sure.
I don't need training. No, train every day, man.
For sure, for
Because
sure.
people are training 3
Be the
a.m.
student.
They sleep, they wake up, they train 10 a.m. They sleep, they wake up, they train 7 p.m. They eat, stay with the family a couple of hours, they sleep again, then wake up at 1 a.m. train. They keep on training every time. You train once a day, they train like 5 times a day, 4 times a day, man. How can you go and beat this guy and he's on that level and you're on this level? So that's the difference, man. You have to just
That's
put on
wise.
the work,
That's
man.
wise. Speaking about ego, and in martial art, if you have ego, you never grow, because you always need
You have
the
to become a
support of
student.
people, the support of, you need guidance.
Your ego's not your amigo.
There is never.
Ego's not your
No,
amigo.
No, for sure. So, Saeed and even Muneer, like, how do you guys speak to your fighters? Let's say, I know there is a pretty much fighters comes in which they are not ready yet to step in the ring, but they have an ego to step in a ring. And then you have the guys who actually the opposite, who are ready to step in a ring, but they don't want to step in a ring,
They don't know it yet.
So what, as a coach, what do you do? What is your strategy? What's your method? How do you speak to your fighters? How do you analyze this guy is ready to go step in for a war? Because as we know, stepping in a ring is no joke, So what do you do? What's
100%.
methods?
So first and foremost, I would like to highlight this very, very important question that you asked. A very good question as well. You need 3 things. 1, you need a heart. Yeah, you can't buy heart. You can't buy that. You need the heart for it.
For sure.
That comes with it, and it's best when that heart is filled with iman. And then you need mind. You need a strong mind. You need to be smart. You need to game plan, strategy. Like, you need to have a very good mind. And then you need to have a very good body, a strong body. You need to be conditioned, well conditioned. And a lot of people disregard that. They're not training, and their spiritual is not good, and their mind is not good, and their mind is not into it. And I highlight that, like, listen, no matter how hungry you are, like, there's somebody that's hungrier than you. And if you're not going to put in the work, you're not going to get anywhere, especially in this sport. This sport is
not
a
too
very
far.
brutal sport.
Yeah.
You can have a great fighter, and you can have an average fighter, that will outbox the great fighter simply because he's in better shape. So our average fighter is better than a great fighter that's out of shape. And even no matter what skill you have, you can do all the shuffles and all the rolling and everything and look good. By round 2 or round 3, you're tired, and then your hands are down, you can't do nothing, and you get knocked out. There's no point.
Takes
You have
it
to
all.
put in the work. You have to put in the work. And we prepare them for that. And if we feel like he's ready, we tell him, okay, now we test him in the sparrings. But if he's really doing bad in sparrings, you're just taking yourself to suicide. Yeah. And sometimes some fighters need to undergo through that process of loss, because loss is not really a loss. It's
That's
a learning
interesting
curve.
to say, because I believe it doesn't matter, but I believe it doesn't matter. You work hard to make it a win, but it's okay to lose.
Yeah, it's very
As a
okay.
fighter, you have to go through loss. The only way you can win when you test the feeling of a failure.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't see loss as loss. I see loss as a learning lesson.
learning, for sure.
Lesson learned. If you see loss as everything is over, then you will never be anything in your life, because a winner failed 100 times or 99 times until he won.
Yeah.
So you have to learn, and then eventually you get the W. But it comes with learning, and that's a lot of people give up with their first loss, and I'm like, oh, khalas. But for me, I feel like that feeling after loss is a very, very strong feeling that puts you in the tunnel vision. I'm gonna fix myself, I'm gonna fix all my skills, and I'm gonna work until I get to where I want to be. And it's a make or break type of situation, and you either make you or break you. And if you make it break you, then you're not for this sport.
Well, even if it breaks you, you're gonna come back even stronger, So even to me, like, this is a beautiful example on how is the fighter's mindset. You're never gonna fail even once you get knocked out, you're gonna stand up back in life and fight again, you know. That's wise, yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. How else would you know that you're better than your yesterday self if you don't fail? I mean, today you're something, tomorrow you're something. But when you compare yourself from yesterday, how do you know that you're better? You have to go through the process of loss or failure in order to understand that today I'm better than yesterday. And then the battle goes on. So
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if you're always feeling like you're at your best performance and you're outperforming everybody, and that means there's something wrong. That means you're not getting the right challenge that will outdo you. Because if you have that security in your mind that I'm good, everything I've done is enough, then that's a wrong mentality. You always have to have the mentality that there's always something that you're lacking that you need to learn, and you'll only be able to understand that if you're in the field, whether it's whether whatever your training requires, whether it's something that you're lacking in footwork, whether it's something that talking about boxing, whether it's something that you're lacking with your footwork, your head movement, your strategy, your mind in the ring, and just be able to control and get that control in the ring from your opponent. And if that comes with a lot of sparring sessions, and that comes with a lot of conditioning as well, and boxing is a boring sport. Like, it's repetition. You have to repeat.
Lonely.
And for example, you can be very good at something, but if you don't repeat it, then unfortunately it will go away. If you don't do footwork, your footwork is going to be very weak. Even if you was good at footwork one day, like once upon a time, if you don't continue to train it, that's it. If you don't condition yourself, your punches are not going to be as hard as they are. If you miss one thing, then you're going to not have it.
For sure. Thank you guys
Thank you
for
very much
being
for
here.
having us.
As whoever behind the cameras, you guys have seen the fighter's mindset. You have seen many wise deep on the fighter's stories. You've seen we took you through what really happens before, during, even post the fight. We thank our guests Muneer and Saeed for being here today, for showing up in this. We just we called them yesterday and we said, hey, we want to do it, let's do it, and they just jumped in and did it. So we appreciate the love, the support, the respect. Looking forward to see you in Spark Fighting Championship, which is happening on 8th of August. So you guys get ready, and let's rock it.
We're ready, and we promise you, inshallah, we're gonna perform very good. So be prepared. Whoever we're fighting against, don't waste your time. You should be in the gym, because we're coming on some smoke. And we're not playing around.
Really quick.
The guys are not playing around, guys.
We're not playing around. And be careful. Just be careful. Be on your best performance. Be on your performance. You're gonna need that. And inshallah, let's see what's gonna happen. No arrogance, no nothing. It's sport. It's all about love. It's all about sportsmanship. And inshallah, we make this a sport that brings us together and not separate us. But when it's war, be prepared.
Allah yafaqqam, inshallah.
Cheers, guys. Appreciate it.